Caitlin Clark commands spotlight among WNBA fans after 12 All-Stars reveal bold choices. If you're saying the All-Star chaos hasn't completely taken over your feed yet, be so for real. The stars have been serving looks, dropping jokes, and basically turning the weekend into a full-blown variety show. And sure, they'll be suited up and serious once tip-off hits, but off the court they've been letting loose like it's a college reunion. Between the glammed-up media moments and the unhinged stud-buds content, we've seen it all. Well, almost. Because no matter how wild or glitzy things get, one thing always shines through: Caitlin Clark still owns the crowd. So, Thursday's orange carpet wasn't just about slaying, it turned into a whole vibe and content mine. One of the most viral moments came courtesy of WG Talk, finally putting months of speculation to rest. Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd are official. But amidst all that, there was one segment that low-key gave us everything: ESPN's Pick or Choose. In this particular moment of fun, 12 All-Stars, plus Sydney Colson and Teresa Plaisance, were asked a classic hypothetical: whose hands do you want the ball in when your life's on the line? Well, let's just say the answers revealed a lot. Bueckers kept it cute and personal, picking her girlfriend Azzi Fudd. Was anyone surprised? Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston didn't hesitate. Caitlin, she said, straight-faced, like it wasn't even a question. Sonia Citron, staying true to her Mystics roots, picked fellow rookie Georgia Amoore. And sure, Georgia's sitting out her first year with an ACL injury, but with a college shooting percentage of 40.3%, the confidence tracks. Sabrina Ionescu stayed loyal, going with Breanna Stewart. No questions there. Alisha Gray shouted out her teammate Ryan Howard without blinking. Friendship and team love were the theme for quite a few. Kiki Iriafen picked Citron, Lexi Hull went with Clark, and Skylar Diggins chose Nneka Agwamike. Then came the bold picks. Angel Reese and Sydney Colson both skipped current players and went straight to the Mamba himself, Kobe Bryant. Nafisa Collier, however, gave props where they're due. You know who is clutch in crunch time? Eric Ogunbowale. Eric's buzzer beaters during Notre Dame's 2018 title run are still living rent-free in memory. Especially in Collier's, who was on the UConn side of that heartbreak. When it came to Alyssa Thomas and Kelsey Plum, they backed themselves. As they should. And Teresa Plaisance zagged entirely, picking her mom, a hooper in her own right. But while the stars made their picks with heart, history, or humor, fans in the comments weren't playing around. To them, there was only one real answer. You already know it. Yes, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is still the one fans trust. One comment summed it up real quick: Caitlin Clark is the only answer. With receipts like hers, it's hard to argue. We're talking about a player who sank an insane 548 three-pointers over her Iowa career. That's the most in Division I history. And in her final season alone, she casually dropped 201 threes, averaging over 5 makes per game. Even in her rookie year in the W, Caitlin went straight to business, leading the league with a record-breaking 122 made threes. She shot 41.7% from the field and 34.4% from beyond the arc in her first season as a pro. So no doubt fans are confident. Another one echoed the sentiment, saying, Caitlin Clark or you're lying. And we almost got to see her prove it again. The WNBA confirmed earlier in the week that Caitlin would be in Friday's three-point contest, which had fans hyped. She was going to be facing off against some serious firepower too: reigning champ Alisha Gray, 2023 winner Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Plum, and rookie sniper Sonia Citron. But then, Thursday dropped the news that Clark was out of all on-court events at All-Star Weekend after suffering a right groin injury. Replacing her is her own fever teammate. The disappointment was real, because that would have been the perfect stage to back up all that fan love. Caitlin Clark, no question, a third said. But let's also look at a dose of reality. Clark's recent form might not scream automatic. She's had 6 consecutive starts shooting under 35% from the field, and her season numbers have dipped to 36.7% overall and just 27.9% from 3. Even her free throws, usually a lock, are down to 82%. It's been a rough patch. But as another chimed in, form doesn't erase fearlessness. That's where the next fan came in and said it best. Definitely Caitlin. At least she will always be ready to take the risk without hesitation. That's what makes her different. Even when she's struggling, Clark doesn't hide. Being compared to three-point specialists like Steph Curry, she always shows up for the moment. And fans know her game lives off those sudden explosions. But more than anything, Boston and Hull picked her for a reason, as they've seen it up close. She's not